More than 1,000 anti-government protesters clashed with police in Bangkok on Saturday as they demonstrated against what they said was the government's failure to handle coronavirus outbreaks and its impact on the economy. About 100 police officers in riot gear sealed off a road near Victory Monument in the capital and used water cannon, tear gas and rubber bullets to stop a march towards Government House, the office of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. Police say the protesters were violent. Dozens of protesters were seen being carried away on motorcycles and in ambulances. The Erawan Emergency Medical Centre said at least 2 civilians and 3 officers had been injured.
Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah has vowed to respond to any Israeli airstrikes on Lebanon after a flare-up at the border this week. Nasrallah's comments come the day after his Iranian-backed group fired rockets towards Israel, calling it retaliation for Israeli airstrikes on southern Lebanon a day earlier. Thursday's airstrikes, the first in years, were themselves in response to mysterious rockets that were fired from Lebanon towards Israel on Wednesday. The escalation has not caused any casualties, with both rockets and shells landing in open ground or being intercepted.
Zimbabwe's government has told its citizens living in South Africa not to get involved in crime, so they won't be chased away. It's estimated over 1 million Zimbabweans are working and living here in South Africa.
Zimbabwe's Foreign Affairs Ministry last month warned its citizens living in South Africa to behave themselves. That includes staying away from looting. But social commentators have urged Zimbabwe's government to fix the country's economy so that its nationals won't leave to neighboring countries and abroad in droves looking for better lives.
Now, families of victims of the 2001 al-Qaeda attacks in the United States have signed a petition to bar U.S. President Joe Biden from attending the memorial events next month. This year is the 20th anniversary of the fateful Tuesday morning attacks that claimed the lives of more than 2,900 people. The families have been calling for the files to be declassified for the past 4 presidential administrations. All 3 previous presidents, George Bush, Barack Obama and Donald Trump, have rejected the calls, citing national security risks.
We start here. The Hawks have seized R500 million worth of drugs at Durban Harbour. Its Narcotic Enforcement Bureau intercepted almost 1,000 bricks of cocaine. It was being stored in a container. This case has been linked to a similar drug bust that took place on the 9th of July. 715 kilograms were seized in that raid in Arreton in Johannesburg.
This is following information that was received and it was operationalized, wherein the members of SANEP ensured that those drugs, which are said to have been originating from Brazil, made it to Durban Harbour. And further investigation revealed that most of these drugs are not actually destined for South Africa. They are destined for other countries.
Bose and his team have never been more in demand. Their ambulance used to carry the living. Then a third wave of COVID-19 hit Myanmar, and now everyone they pick up is dead. Hour after hour, they collect bodies. People who survived a military takeover, only to be defeated by coronavirus. The line of ambulances at the crematorium is a sign of the crisis. For hours, they wait to deliver the dead. July has been grim. More than 50% of the country's total COVID fatalities lost in 1 month.
This is the first day of Bangladesh's mass vaccination campaign against COVID-19. Many had to deal with overcrowding, long queues and breach of health protocols at several vaccination centers in the capital Dhaka. Some were frustrated because of confusion about appointments. Despite a government announcement that anyone not having internet access can show up with just a national ID card, many were turned away for not registering online.
People have been queuing up here since 9 in the morning like many other centers across the country. However, some people were turned away because they did not receive SMS confirmation after registration.